Hey everybody, welcome back to the video. Today I am booked in for a keratin lash infusion slash lift slash tint. They're called slightly different things at different places. I've been looking at this for quite some time, ever since the past year or so, when suddenly the idea of a lash lift or keratin lift became quite popular for some reason. It's essentially, from my understanding, like a perm, but not for the hair on your head, but for the hair on your lashes. It's supposed to be quite lower maintenance than if you had lash extensions. Now, I've never gotten anything remotely like this done around my face. I've had like a facial, and that's the extent of things. I've been looking into microblading, but that's a whole nother story for another time. But I thought, since we are on break and I can actually enjoy the benefits of having my lashes permed, I'm gonna go do it. So I'm all booked in for today. I'm kind of a little bit nervous because those of you who've been watching me for a while, especially in my beauty days, you'll know that my two eye shapes are actually quite different. And I'll insert a little clip in here as I chat with you. So my left eye is a double eyelid. My right eye is a single eyelid. Now, when I do my makeup and use a manual eyelash curler, it is actually quite fussy to try and get them to balance out. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And this eye, the single eyelid lashes, drops a lot quicker, even with all my preventative, waterproofing tactics. I know on some days, if I have like the right amount of sleep or whatever's happening with my single eye, and if I curl my lashes, sometimes it does just push them up, like the lift pushes them up into a double lid. But au naturel, they are still quite different, both my eyes. So I think the length and density of my lashes are pretty average. I'm just kind of worried about whether or not having the lash lift done would even out my uneven eyes, or, like we said, make it more obvious. I'm not sure if I'm going to take any clips there, just maybe let them do their thing. But when I come back, we will check in and see how the fresh lash lift looks. Okay, hello, I am back from the lash place. I did get the Keratin Lash lift, but not tint. So all they've done really is like permed my lashes, essentially. I was told that the keratin version is a bit more nourishing and gentler on your lashes. I do have thinner lashes. They're not necessarily short nor terribly sparse in the grand scheme of things. They just look, little downwardy. So it was really nice that I was able to chat with my lash gal about my concerns regarding my two eye shapes being different, and she essentially told me what I already know. But given the fact that if I wasn't someone who was quite used to doing my own makeup, then what she would have said would be super duper helpful. None of what she said surprised me. Essentially, that the two lashes, although they'll be lifted the same, may still come off slightly different because this eyelid is the single one and it kind of overhangs. Now, you are not going to be able to see anything right here. I will give you a close-up in a second, or maybe I'll like insert a close-up as I talk. The process was fairly straightforward. I watched a few videos about the whole lash perming before going in, so I know that they put a little pads under your eye. They gotta do these little eyelid pads, and then they really glue your lashes along the curvature of those pads and then seal them in with a perm solution, essentially, this and that. So that was all pretty straightforward. I can put a few links to some process videos from other people if you want to check that out. But I would say it took about 45, the actually doing took about 45 minutes or so, and a lot of it was just sitting around and waiting for the different solutions to take effect. I didn't feel any irritation or burning sensations when the solution was applied. I need to sit there like sealed up for a little while. It did feel warm, but it was not uncomfortable. It was the same amount of warmth as if I were to do like a hot a warm eye compress or like one of those things for headaches or for relaxation. Nothing more than that. It didn't burn. It wasn't any more uncomfortable than one of those heat pad things. She did tell me that these are meant to last for about 6 weeks, give or take. She's had clients where they only last about 4 weeks, and clients where they still look kind of there at 9 weeks. So this should get me through most of my summer vacation, which is exactly what I was looking for. Now, I will say that because of the way that the lashes are permed, I'm gonna call it a perm, it's a lift, just interchangeable words. It does lift my eyelid here a little bit, and it does push them up a little bit. So I wonder on certain days, depending on how I sleep and this or that, if it will actually give me a faux double eyelid on this side because of the way that the lashes are semi-permanently lifted up. She says around the 6 week mark, sometimes the lashes do just tend to drop a little, so that might happen, and you can get it touched up or like redone without needing for all of your permed lashes to shed themselves naturally. So it's not like when you get lash extensions, you gotta wait a particular amount of time before you can really get a fill. So that all sounds good to me. And she was saying, you know, they do recommend not to use as much oil-based things around your eyes, but for all intents and purposes, they should be pretty good to go with anything. You can get them wet, you can sleep in whatever direction. So I think my perspective on these is that they look like when I have my lashes well curled. This is not necessarily the way I would curl them for maximum effect. If I were to be just doing my own makeup with the manual eyelash curler, I would like L shape, you know, like 90 degrees up. This does have more of a slightly gentler curvature to it, which is totally fine as well. I'm excited to see what these look like with a little mascara on. I'm not putting anything on them for the first at least 24 hours. So at least until tomorrow. I'm gonna go shop around for a non-waterproof mascara because for the first time, I can try and wear those and it should be just fine. They are not as dramatic before and after as with some of the pictures that you see on social media, on Instagram, partially because I don't have very long nor dark lashes. They're just baby lashes, you know? So this is pretty, I think I went into it with a pretty realistic idea of how they would be. And they just look exactly like if I had curled my lashes and they were perfectly spaced out. So nothing more, nothing less. But so far I'm pleased. If this means I can just slop on some regular mascara and be good to go. And yeah, we'll see how this goes in a few days. Welcome back, everybody. So I have now had my first real shower, so getting the lashes wet, and I've washed my face a couple of times. I did wait about a little bit more than 24 hours before I first got the lashes wet. I'm going to give you as much of a close-up as I can. And again, my lashes are pretty fine, so you may not see a whole lot here. I'll try to insert some pictures. But I thought we would throw on some mascara together, which is going to be exciting. I did wait until an order of my mascara came in because this is the first time in about like, I want to say 10 years since I have worn non-waterproof mascara. Now, given the fact that my lashes are permed, you should be able to just throw on any old mascara and it will work just fine. This is very exciting. So I did pick up the Maybelline Sky High Lash Sensational Mascara, and this is just their regular washable version. So black, of course. Now I am noticing that this eye, because of my single eyelid or hooded eyelid, the lashes aren't as perky, but I did also bring out some double eyelid tape. I'm also going out today, so I wonder if things don't look quite as even, I might just throw on some lid tape to kind of try and balance things out a little bit to give these lashes, you know, a bit of a fair chance. But they are still lifted or curled just like the other eye. Alright guys, way up close and personal. I've got a little compact mirror here, so hopefully it won't get in the way. I did throw some eyebrows on as well, just so it won't look super weird with just lashes. Oh, I probably should have combed the lashes out with a spoolie ahead of time, but oh well. This mascara does have the hard bristles and not like a regular, you know, traditional one. Now I will say I am so used to getting mascara on my eyelids, so we might just have to clean that up afterwards, should it happen, which it probably will. Okay, can you see that? Hopefully. I'm going to try and look this way. It's hard to tell what you're doing and stay in frame at the same time, so. Okay, I think that's a pretty average coat. Okay, I think that looks fairly good. I'm gonna give it a second to dry. So here is the double eyelid with the lift and with just some regular mascara. I'm gonna go in with the other eye. Now again, I still have to be quite careful not to get it all over my eyelid. So I think these are dry. Excuse a little smudge of mascara. So here's me with no lash curler, just the lash lift, and now with mascara on. So, final thoughts. I think this is wonderful for the fact that I just threw on mascara in like 30 seconds versus if I were to do my own makeup, you know, with the manual eyelash curler and everything. It just takes way too long. With the lift, my lashes are spaced out very evenly. What I am going to do, because I do notice that this eye, let me get a little closer, needs a little help because I don't want the eyelid to keep pushing on the lashes and then keep making them drop. So I'm actually going to throw on some double eyelid tape and get them going a bit more like this to take some of the weight off of the lashes, and I think it looks pretty good. Like, it looks really natural, but just defined. Like, is this what people with naturally curly lashes just get every day? That's like amazing. You just throw on some mascara and you're good to go. I totally would not mind wearing a bit more makeup day to day if like this was the process. I would just do like a lip and a little blush and I'm good to go. This is like a real 5-minute makeup. I could actually do this in 5 minutes with the eyelashes permed. So I am going to throw some of this on. I'll give you a quick last look and we will wrap up the video. Okay, here we are. I've put some eyelid tape on. It's not the perfect application. I haven't worn eyelid tape in like years and years, at least 5 years I think, but they will do for now. I hope that you enjoyed this little look at me getting a keratin lash lift for the first time. I wonder if you'd be interested in getting something like this done. I'm in a bit of a particular situation with my two different eye shapes. If everything turned out either like this eye or completely like this eye, I'd be fine either way. We're just continuing to be a little bit unbalanced, but hey, that is just life right now. I hope that you are going to have a wonderful day wherever that you are, and I'll chat with you soon, either on Instagram or down here in the comments or in our next video. Take care, everybody. Bye.